There is a difference between activity and performance. Performance is the goal of every activity. However, sometimes it is easy to get lost in the activity and forget performance. So, in order to help deal with the possibility of getting lost in activities and ignoring performance, organizations embrace the principle of KPI. KPI is key performance indicators. So organizations set up key performance indicators for the overall goal and objectives of the organization. And then they set up KPIs for different roles. Why? To help the management and every employee determine when success have been achieved, when the goal for performing an activity have been achieved, because it is possible to carry out an activity and not achieve the purpose for carrying out that activity, in which case you either need to tweak your strategy or repeat the same activity again to gain the expected result. So a KPI is a measurable indicator that is used to determine whether goals are being achieved. So why do we need KPIs? KPIs help organizations and individuals to measure progress, monitor performance, improve accountability, and to focus on priorities. Good KPIs, therefore, must be able to accomplish the following. 1. Measure results. At the end of every activity, you must be able to use KPIs to identify the results that have been achieved, because activity without result is disaster, right? So you must be able to determine what specific results are expected to be achieved from carrying out a particular task or a particular activity. And at the end of carrying out, or in the process of carrying out those activities, you must also use the same KPI to be able to determine if those results are going to be achieved or not. Secondly, a good KPI must be objective. A good KPI should not be ambiguous. A good KPI should not be vague. It must be objective and as practical as possible. Thirdly, a good KPI must be easy to understand. It must not be complicated. KPIs ought to be simple, easy, straightforward. So KPIs, a good KPI must not be complicated and it must not look confusing. What the success or the result should look like should not be confusing to any of the parties, whether the management, the proprietor, or the employees who are at the front line of carrying out those activities. Lastly, a good KPI should influence performance. Very important. A good KPI should be able to help the management and the employees and individuals to, tailor their performance in a certain manner that can guarantee the result and the success or the goals that they are looking for. For instance, if you are in sales, the goal of the sales department and every sales staff is to generate revenue for the organization. The KPI must state clearly how much the monthly revenue expectation of every sales staff should be. It should be stated in clear figures. If it's 300,000, if it is 500,000, it must be stated clearly. So the sales officer knows that in a month, my sales revenue target for every month is 300,000. If you're in customer service, the KPI must state clearly what your customer satisfaction score should look like. If you are in marketing, your KPI must state clearly the number of leads that you must generate on a monthly basis. Lastly, and as I've said in some of our past videos, is if you cannot measure it, you cannot achieve it. You must be able to state clearly what the success looks like in figures and in numbers. It must be very, very clear and specific. For instance, attending meetings is an activity that does not necessarily guarantee a KPI. However, completing 90% of assigned projects is a KPI, is a key performance indicator. So, keep your eyes open and focused to ensure that you do not get lost in the web of activities, so much so that you forget the most important reasons why you do the things that you are assigned to do or that you have mandated yourself to do, which is about results. And you can't get results if you do not at every step of the way measure your performance to see if you are actually heading towards the achievement of your desired result. Thank you very much for watching this video. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to share and subscribe to our channel.